So I'm going to wrap up today by working on a lawnmower. I've used it once and now it has a flat tire, go figure. So let's see if we can get this fixed. Okay, the first thing to do would be to jack it up. I'm going to use my 20-volt Dewalt battery-operated compressor, and it's got some really cool features. You can turn it on and set it to whatever pressure you want. The display is easy to read, and then you just push the button and it does all the work. It screws on to the valve stem, so that's easy and secure. And the tire is supposed to be inflated to 14 psi. So you just turn the Dewalt compressor on and wait for it to finish. The liquid crystal display on the compressor is easy to read, but for some reason the camera is not picking it up very well. I also started out with the compressor set to 10 psi. I tried to change the setting, but it won't let you do it while the compressor is running, so I had to turn it off. I chose to overinflate the tire to 18 psi. I thought that might make it easier to see the air come out with the soapy water. The display is extremely easy to read. One panel shows you what the current pressure is, and the other panel shows you what you have it set for. So you can watch the tire inflate as the compressor is running. Okay, let's disconnect the hose. So I've got a pencil and a piece of paper, and I'm going to write down the description of the tire so I can go online and order some. And this is just how the grass cutting season goes. I normally have to tinker with something on one of the 3 lawnmowers every few weeks or so. Well, now that I've got this information down, let's keep going. I will look for the obvious, a nail or a screw or something that you can see sticking in the tire. After that, we go to the second method, which is to take a spray bottle with soapy water in it and spray the tire down. If there's a hole, you'll see little bubbles coming up. So that's what we'll look for. Oof. How about that? The very first spot we really spray, and there's at least one hole because there's some bubbles. Well, just because we have found one hole doesn't mean there might not be more. So we'll spray the rest of this tire down with the soapy water and keep looking for other holes. It can be a slow process doing this, but you really want to make sure you pay attention. It's a lot more work on a car tire. You don't want to take it off and patch one hole and put it back on and find out it's still leaking and it's still going flat and have to take the tire back off again. Well, we should have about spun this all the way around because there's our original hole. That's our second hole right there. Well, I believe that's it. Just those 2 holes that need to be fixed. Time to go get the tire repair kit. I know I'm a little bit OCD and too organized, but here it is. The tire repair kit consists basically of 3 parts. There's a cord that's about 3 inches long that's infused and covered with some kind of sticky material. There's a metal device that you use to push that cord into the tire. And the last tool is a pointed spike that's almost like a file on the outside. And you push that in and out of the hole to make it large enough for that little cord to go into. I live in a rural area where we used to have to take our trash to the dumpsters, and I used to get nails and screws in my tires, so I've used this kit probably about 30 times. And you'll be able to really hear the air come out once I pull this out. Then we're just going to push this cord in with this tool and yank it out, and the cord will stay in place and plug the hole. At least that's what's supposed to happen. I'm having a hard time trying to get this cord into this moving tire. I think it's probably easier on a car tire. You can stand it up and almost sit on it, and it doesn't wobble and wiggle around on you when you're trying to push this in. come on already. I'll lower it down some. That was a good idea to lower the lawnmower. Now the weight of the lawnmower is keeping the tire from moving around on me. The trick to keeping the cord in the tire is to yank the metal handle out in one continuous motion. Now we can spray the plug with soapy water and see if it leaks, and then look for that other hole. Now I have found the hole, we can lower the lawnmower and we'll prepare it for the cord. A lot of times the hardest part about repairing a leak is trying to find the hole, but you can see it's pretty straightforward. The second hole is plugged. I'll get a close-up so you can see what it looks like where the cord comes out of the tire. And we'll just get a pair of scissors and we'll cut this back. Let's go ahead and fill this tire up with the correct amount of air, and then I can cut the excess plug off. And as long as I'm at it, I'll go ahead and put everything else away. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. I don't see any air coming out of them. I would cut this flush on a car tire, but I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch of this plug sticking out. Well, there you go. A day in the life of Ben is fixing something. Well, like, subscribe, check out those playlists, and I'll see you in another video.